But you're going to hear the word brisket a lot with me here. Brisket mac and cheese. Brisket plates. Loaded taters with brisket. Loaded cornbread with brisket.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Sorgy Stories. I'm Anthony.
I am Daddy. This is edition 2 of our series on Dallas-Fort Worth for when we take a trip to go see the Milwaukee Brewers take on the Texas Rangers at some point in the future. We're going to all the cities we haven't yet gone to yet for Major League Baseball road trips. We're going to hit all 30 stadiums. We've been to 12. This is one we haven't been to yet, so we're planning, which is why I call it the game plan. We're previewing where we're going. We have done a lot of scouting out. I want to give honorable mention to some of the great Dallas bakeries and some of the great donut shops and kolache shops that our friend Travel Snacks recently went to on her travels to Dallas. We're going to link them up here so you can see some of those. But they didn't make our top 5s, really. His top 5, followed by my top 5. Your top 5, we're going in alphabetical order. And the first spot, maybe the most well-known restaurant and nightclub, you can get into it, but a nightclub in all Texas.
Billy Bob's, Texas. 6,000 people can fit in there.
It's a pretty big restaurant.
They have live music from famous artists like Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard.
Wait. Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard have played here.
Yes.
Notice who's in a house band at different times.
George Strait, Alan Jackson, and Travis Tritt.
And we're talking legends here.
Yes.
We're talking music legends.
Yes.
You can also check out what's on Friday and Saturday nights.
Live bull riding.
Would you go on a bull?
No.
I wouldn't go on a bull. No.
Unless it's one of those fake ones.
Even then I might have to sort of sit back and try and catch it. Go, woo! Caught. And look what you're going to eat.
The food. Chicken tenders. Garlic. Chicken tenders.
Garlic chicken tenders. Garlic Parmesan chicken tenders.
Ooh.
I've got to be going for some of the Texas traditions, like Frito pie, a meaty Tex-Mex type of pie, really, with Fritos on it. So you get that crunch along with all the different flavors coming together. Oh, that sounds good, and so does the State Fair corny dog. Like at the Wisconsin State Fair right over here, just maybe a couple of miles from where we live, I've had the Dogzilla. That's like an 18-inch corn dog. It is a Texas State Fair tradition. They have it over at Billy Bob's. Your number 2 is a taste of Wisconsin. Some of your favorite food and some of the traditions of the National Football League and the Green Bay Packers in the middle of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It is
Lambeau's America cheese curds.
Cheese curds. Fried cheese curds. Not just cheese curds, fried cheese curds. One of the few places in Texas that even serves fried cheese curds.
Wow.
I mean, look, you did a lot of research trying to find in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. How much did you find?
I think maybe a couple.
If that. This may be the only one.
Wow.
The only place with fried cheese curds that we could find in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you know of some, tell us in the comments.
Yep.
The Booyah Stew. You know what Booyah is?
I think I've heard of it.
It's like this combination of pulled chicken and peas and carrots and all these different vegetables made into the stew. It's a delicacy up in northeastern Wisconsin.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with the late great Sports Center anchor Stuart Scott, who during a big play would yell, "Booyah!"
Ow,
No.
that was loud.
I'm sorry, Led. Look at the Green Bay bratwurst plate.
Sliced Wisconsin Johnsonville brat pan, seared with new potatoes, grilled onions, peppers, green beans, and roasted corn with a touch of melted cheddar. That's a lot to say.
Come to Papa, Wisconsin style, you know. I've got to go for that. Your number 3 takes us right into Dallas, and all they do is one of your favorite foods.
Chicken tender!
And it is
Mike's Chicken. Quote, have you ever had tenders so juicy that they melted like butter in your mouth? We absolutely do tenders right just like that, says the owner.
To tell you how good they are, look where they rank on Yelp.
Number 1.
It just sounds amazing. Amazing. As does your number 4, closer to downtown Dallas. Look how good they are when it comes to pizza and your favorite kind of pizza. It is
Pie Tap Pizza Workshop and Bar. #1 ranked pizza place.
But specifically for
prosciutto. Prosciutto!
I think you just woke up all the squirrels in the trees next door.
There are no squirrels in the trees.
Oh, sure there are. But look where the chef is even from.
That's a city.
That's Sicilia. Giovanni Moro is the chef in-house, and he makes wood-fired pizzas like your 2 favorite places to grab pizza.
Claire's and Carini's.
Claire's restaurant down in Chicago. My mom's best friend who owned that restaurant in Metro Chicago. We're going to link it up here. You can check it out. And Carini's here in Milwaukee. Pie Tap Pizza is the same way. Also, look at what else there is for you.
Garlic Parmesan nuts. I have had, I think pizza nuts or cheese nuts from Pizza Hut one time.
This is like that good times 10. Look at the desserts that they offer specifically.
Donuts with either honey, chocolate sauce, or strawberry jam, and
They're fresh made.
yes, fresh made. And also, in the comments, really quick, how do you spell donuts? I've always spelled it D-O-N-U-T-S. He's spelling it, in this case, D-O-U-G-H nuts.
And you'll find both of those acceptable in the dictionary.
Yeah,
So both are absolutely okay.
like RBIs and ribbies in baseball.
While he's arguing over the spelling of donuts, I am eating the prosciutto spadini. I grew up with a lot of great family meals on steak spadini, which is the thin roll steak that's rolled with herbs and with breadcrumbs and things like that. And we've had chicken spadini before when we were in St. Louis on our trip at Mama's on the Hill in the great Italian neighborhood, the Hill neighborhood in St. Louis. But this place has prosciutto spadini.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Oh my
That actually
gosh.
sounds pretty good.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get to this
and
place.
for all of you bourbon drinkers and everybody from Kentucky, bourbon barbecue chicken pizza.
With bacon!
And not chicken tenders! Chicken tender pizza actually doesn't sound that bad.
I've made that for you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Finally, the #5 spot for you in alphabetical order is another pizza spot.
Pizzeria Testa. On Yelp, it's the #2 ranked prosciutto pizza place in Dallas-Fort Worth, and it's authentic Neapolitan.
Mm-hmm.
They have prosciutto. They have rosette, prosciutto-filled pasta with cheese. The calzone Vesuvio, which is cheese-filled pizza pocket topped with prosciutto. So, like, if you like Hot Pockets, which I've never had one, but think like Hot Pockets, but 10 times better.
Exactly. And then there's also the Primavera Pizza, which you can get prosciutto on, which is outstanding. I don't think there's a pizza that I wouldn't like on this menu. And if you look at the menu, there's got to be like at least 25 different pizzas. My top 5 when it comes to restaurants in Dallas-Fort Worth are especially focused on 2 areas. Tex-Mex cooking, and what we're going to showcase with #1, good old Texas barbecue. Sonny Bryan Smokehouse in Inwood. It is a 110-year-old barbecue spot.
Wow.
It's been around almost as long as our relatives have been around in the United States.
Wow.
If that tells you something. TVFoodMaps.com ranked it as the #1 Dallas-Fort Worth restaurant of all the restaurants that all the great food shows have checked out. This was on Man vs. Food Nation, and they cook everything in a barbecue pit using hickory wood. You got a couple options that we found for you among your favorite tastes of things that at least that you'll eat.
Hickory smoked ham or pulled chicken with mac and cheese or onion rings. And right now, like, when I'm saying wow, it sounds somewhat southern, and I'm not even trying to make it that way, but when it comes to barbecue,
You gotta get so. I'm going after what Adam Richmond had at that place. The brisket and onion rings. Brisket is a Texas tradition. And it just melts like butter, as they would say in New York, when it goes right into your mouth. This place specializes in it. #2 dives into the Tex-Mex world of cooking, but also has a bit of a South American influence to it. It is Casa Maria Latin Cuisine It is a bit north of Dallas, up in Louisville. You'd be going after their chicken fajitas, I think?
Ooh.
Oh, but look what I got.
Oh,
Rita's Super Special. You know what tamales are. You've had some. But also pupusas. These sort of little mini pockets. Not necessarily hot pockets. It's much more gourmet and smaller.
Okay.
But also with yuca and fried plantains. So you're getting different tastes from Mexico, from the Caribbean, from South America in one dish.
Yeah. You're
Yep.
taking up all North America and South America, the entire American continent, from Mexico to Salvador and Central America, all the way down to South America and the Caribbean.
One dish. I want that big time. Number 3 on the list is actually the reported source of all of Tex-Mex cooking.
Wow.
A place called Fenix. They originated this type of cooking back in the 1920s. 5 times in the previous decade, they won D Magazine's Best Tex-Mex of Dallas. And yes, where do they source their cheese from? Check it out.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin cheese. You're doing it right, Fenix. You are doing it right. You probably are going to want to go for their chicken fajitas. That's what you tend to get at Mexican restaurants. I want their Wednesday enchilada special.
I like that.
And during the fall season, hatch chilies.
Whatever that means.
That's a lot. That refers to a lot of the green chilies that you get from New Mexico. We're going to showcase that a lot with Denver cooking coming up in a future episode.
Yep.
But have that with chicken enchiladas and burritos. And I want their famous tortilla strips.
Ooh, that actually sounds really good.
Yes. My final 2 spots in alphabetical order are going to go back to the barbecue tradition of Texas. And one takes us near the center of where Texas barbecue really is located. This is called the Lockhart Smokehouse BBQ. Now, it's in Dallas, but it's named after a town in central Texas that is one of the most famous in the world for barbecue, Lockhart, Texas. Not only do they do brisket world-class well, but they're known for their sausage. There is a place called Croy's Market. You got these German immigrants. You know how German sausage here in Milwaukee is king?
Nobody will ever beat Milwaukee.
Texas is going to put a claim on it because they have smoked styles of sausage, barbecue sausage, that is really good with the German sausage tradition that they brought to that town, and they brought it up to this particular location.
Can you find, here's the question. Can you find their sausage nationwide? Because Johnsonville and Clements,
they'll ship.
Yeah, but are they in Targets and your Walmarts and all those? Because Johnsonville and Clements are nationwide. You can go to your local grocery store and probably find them. But
you can order Croy's nationwide, just like you can using yours here in Milwaukee. So some of the greats you'd be going after:
barbecue chicken and mac and cheese.
So certainly some stuff that you'd enjoy there. Finally, number 5. It is one of the top 10 black-owned restaurants in all of the Dallas Metroplex, and it's again fantastic barbecue. It is Smoke-A-Holics-BBQ in Fort Worth. This place is pretty close to the downtown area, pretty close to the stockyards that we would be heading to out there. You got a couple options that we found for you.
The smoked chicken, mac and cheese.
But you're going to hear the word brisket a lot with me here. Brisket mac and cheese. Brisket plates. Loaded taters with brisket. Loaded cornbread with brisket. And baked beans. It's all about the briskets. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Those are our top 5s for the things we want to do when it comes to filling our belly in Dallas and Fort Worth. But we're not done with our series yet. We have an extra episode that's going to be coming up. We're going to be getting some expert picks from one of my buds in the sports broadcasting industry, someone who I've worked with for years over at TMJ4 News in Milwaukee, sports anchor, reporter, and news reporter Delaney Bryan. She is from that area. She's going to give us some ideas. We'll see how well we did compared to the locals and what they say. So to check that out, check out everything with you, what should people do?
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding.
For little buddy, I am Daddy. what does the King spokesman of Usinger's Sausage say to take us out?
So long, everybody, from Storgy Story Studios in Milwaukee.
The finest.